Yo, what it do? What it do? Hey, I'm Ryals and back again just for you. Hey, I know. I took like a little 2-day break. All right. Normally Wednesdays I'm not on to begin with, but I did take a Thursday as well. So hey, appreciate everybody that's been patient with me, wait for me to come tap in. I appreciate all y'all. Um, Gardo, Bird, Yeet, Emma, Daniel, Nemo. Shout outs to all of y'all for being up in here. Daniel Barry, you as well. Y'all already know I got much love for all of y'all. Y'all are all amazing. So we are back and in living color and we live, baby. Hey, and then the Cowboys got some stuff going on. They got some things going on right now. First thing, we're going to go ahead and get into it. First thing, they released, or DeMarcus Lawrence, all right, first off, signed with the Seattle Seahawks for a 3-year deal, $18 million a year, knowing dang well the Cowboys would not give him that, let alone the Cowboys didn't give him an offer. Huh? The Cowboys didn't even give him an offer to begin with. Go get a diaper. Go get me a diaper. Leave those. I'll deal with those. Go get a diaper. All right. So they didn't even offer DeMarcus Lawrence a deal at all. There was no offer on the table from the Cowboys to DeMarcus. Now, even if there was, you know damn well they were not going to pay him. They know that you know damn well they were not going to pay him no $18 million a year when we as a Cowboys whole felt like 4 or 5 years ago $20 million a year was overpaying him then. Now he's much older, more injury prone, having a hard time staying on the field. And yes, he is a very good run stopper. But at the same time, what was the Cowboys' defensive biggest need? It was run stopping. And we weren't good with him. So I'm all right with it. I would have took DeMarcus Lawrence back as I liked him. He was a good player over the years for the Cowboys. I would have took him back. But it would have had to been under $10 million. It would have, or 10 or under. No way was I giving him $18 million a year. That just wasn't going to happen. And then what happens? After DeMarcus Lawrence leaves, we get a tweet from Micah Parsons saying, "It's my time now." Lion emoji. Now, for some reason, the Lions fans and content creators somehow thought that lion emoji meant that he was going to the Lions. Oh my God. That, in fact, was not the case. I don't know if they don't realize that Micah Parsons' nickname is the Lion. 1 second, y'all. Dude. I told you to get me a diaper, Micah. And why are you throwing your toys? Huh? You trying to get yourself in trouble. You weren't doing this until I went live, Bubba. Come on now. You're going to act a fool just because I go live. Come on, Micah. Come watch your tablet. Over here, bub. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. We are back. So, Micah Parsons sends out a tweet. He says, "Hey, it's my time now." I know you don't, Birds, but at the same time, it's a Cowboys channel. So, I don't know what to tell you. We'll get into other things, but I got some talking points to get across first so that I can relate my channel title with the audio. What up, Nathan? What it do? Sorry I missed you, brother. Stop throwing stuff. But, yeah, so Micah Parsons then tweets that out, that it's his time, lion emoji. CeeDee Lamb backs it with a tweet talking about let's go, pretty much. And then what happens? A little bit of time goes by, not even 24 hours. DeMarcus Lawrence has an interview with the Seattle fan base and with the Seattle journalist, and says the comments about, I know I ain't going to win with the Cowboys. And yes, you could take that two ways. Yes, that is a very slight jab at the Cowboys, as you could tell with the laughter that came after it. It was a clickbait moment for that journalist, that laugh signified, look, here, I just gave you this moment. So that did happen. But that means two things in my mind. That means he can't win with the Cowboys, which is the obvious, because he no longer plays for the Cowboys. So how will a player win with a team that he don't play with? He won't. That's why that statement is a very true statement. What up, back shots? What up, Messi? What it do? What it do? But so yeah, so he says that in an interview, gives the Seattle a click moment that he knows is going to get a reaction. Now, what that does is, one, yes, that takes a little jab at the Cowboys. Whatever. DeMarcus Lawrence put in 11 years with the Cowboys that I am fine with. I liked him. I was not a DeMarcus hater ever. There were moments in time where we, as fans, were telling him to be quiet and just play. And now that's kind of the story that people get with Micah. But that's besides the point. I believe that was him kind of giving Seattle, look, I'm here. I'm with y'all now. I think that was kind of what that meant, and along with taking a little jab. Now, that little jab was nothing. It was more like a friendly jab, because DeMarcus Lawrence, at the end of the day, is never going to move out of Texas. His family's all from Texas. He loves Texas. He'll always be a part of Texas. He just won't be a part of the Cowboys. So then, following that interview, Micah Parsons then tweets again. Now, this is where, if I was Micah Parsons, yes, you could do this, and a lot of people are going to say that they love this, but at the end of the day, it's all stuff that didn't need to be said, because had Micah just not said nothing, this would have already died out. Now it's become an actual battle between the players. Y'all are fools. Oh, y'all talk about hateful stuff. But Micah Parsons, at the end of the day, didn't have to respond, even though he felt the need to do so, and he did. He responded with, that was some clown-ass-ish, that he was a clown, or not that he was a clown, but that was a clown move, that was clown of him to do. But Micah wasn't, he doesn't need to defend the team. Micah was defending himself, because prior to this, what most people don't know, most of the Cowboys fan base doesn't even know, is that there was a power struggle in the Cowboys locker room. Micah Parsons was the young top dog coming in to take over the team, but at the same time, DeMarcus Lawrence had already been that alpha. So there was a power struggle between them. There's been information that's came out that said that they have had an issue in the locker room. You can tell over previous years when DeMarcus Lawrence had the comments of that he was tired at the end of the playoffs, and that's why they lost, because they were tired. And then Micah Parsons came back with, nah, bro, that's not what it is. And never would I say that I'm tired or too tired to finish a game, which I agree with those sentiments 100%. DeMarcus Lawrence should have never said something like that. And hopefully hopefully DeMarcus Lawrence doesn't get too tired when it's important for Seattle, seeing as that's what he did over here with us. But they get into it, and they've been having a little Twitter battle. Most of the Cowboys players are also chiming in and saying things as well. Let me see if I can pull some of it up. I know that CeeDee Lamb did, and there was another defensive player besides Osa. Osa came in and kind of tried to mediate and was like, yo, and I get it because Osa was a Lawrence guy and he was a Micah guy. There was players that liked both of them. Now, my question is because we know that Jordan Lewis was also a D-Law guy because he came up with him not as soon as D-Law. I mean, Jordan Lewis is obviously newer and younger than D-Law, but he came in before other players that were having this beef, and it's hard for him to want to pull strings. And is that why he left? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe the Cowboys didn't get him an offer as well. We'll have to see. But now we have a full-on drama series that you could turn into a Netflix series if you wanted to, between the Cowboys players and new regime and DeMarcus Lawrence going back and forth. You even have Jordan Lewis tweeting, "I'm sorry, y'all. This is about a decade of frustration. I'm done." So Jordan Lewis has chimed in. I just noticed that tweet as I pulled Twitter up or X up. I talked about here's another one. I talked about the negotiations of my previous contract. Nothing about what I said was a shot. It's the nature of the business. I had better market biz because I fought so hard for the org. Clickbait is ruining player/fans relations. That was his 19 minutes ago. He tweeted that. I talked about the negotiations of my previous contract. Nothing about what I said was a shot. The nature of the business is what it is. I had a better market because I fought so hard for the org. Clickbait is ruining player/fan relations. That was after he commented, "I'm sorry, y'all. This is about a decade of frustration. I'm done." It's crazy. Also, highest rated slot coverage grade, and all we did was match and man. So, I mean, Jordan Lewis, talking his ish, which Jordan Lewis, if anything, was the bigger loss for me from the Cowboys. I thought we needed him. What up, Chase? What it do? I thought Jordan Lewis would have been great to keep. And I don't think the guy that we brought in as a quarterback, Kiar Elam from the Bills, I don't think he's a Jordan Lewis. I think that he was in a poor decision or a poor area over there, having coaching regime changes, and the coaches that he was playing under weren't the coaches that drafted him. He was playing more zone, where he's more of a man player. So he was having some scheme issues over there in Buffalo, you could say. We'll have to see how he pans out here. I think in man-to-man, he looks good on tape. Watching his tape, it looks good. But yeah, it's crazy. Let's see what else is on here for Jordan Lewis, because I didn't even know he got into it like this on Twitter with him. I used the internet, but not like that. That's crazy. But hey, I'm going to say just signed on 313 days. Send me them bar tapes. That's what's up. But yeah, shout outs to Jordan Lewis. Congrats on him. Hopefully he has a good career over there in Jacksonville. All I can think of right now when I think of Jacksonville, what up, Dylan, what it do, is that new coach coming in for his interview and Duval, like the way he said it is just absolutely hilarious. I don't know if you haven't seen it, but go watch the coaching hire press conference for Jacksonville. And I think he said it multiple times. It was crazy. But yeah, so we're gonna get back here and see, because I'm gonna get into a little bit of what DeMarcus Lawrence is tweeting versus what Micah Parsons is tweeting. Here we go. Micah Parsons, it's my time. All right, so I'm going to get into his tweets. Let's go back before the interview. He says, no more rookie QB. Welcome to reality. And that's in response to Clarence Hill Jr., 49ers gutting themselves, X.com. All right. So Micah Parsons, like I said, after DeMarcus Lawrence signed with Seattle, tweeted out, it's my time, lion emoji. And then, like I said, momentarily later, you had the DeMarcus Lawrence. Here, let me see if I can play this. I'm going to play this clip of DeMarcus Lawrence in his audio.
Never going to be there, but, you know, I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl.
Y'all hear the audio all right?
Yeah. We're here. We're here. DeMarcus Lawrence, welcome to the Seahawks. Thanks for, Dallas is my home. Made my home there. You know, my family lives there.
Like I said, Dallas ain't, DeMarcus ain't going nowhere.
I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. So.
What up, Nathan?
Yeah.
Dylan, Mark, what it do? Welcome.
We're here.
Chase,
DeMarcus Lawrence, welcome to the Seahawks. Thanks for joining us.
See, what he said. Let's play it again.
Yeah. Super Bowl there. I don't want a Super Bowl there.
All right. So,
you know.
Pause. What he says is, my family's there. My life is there. I'm always going to be part of Dallas. My house is there. My family's there. Everything I love is there. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. Now, you can take that as him dissing the team. Like I said, it's a light little jab. But at the end of the day, that jab shouldn't really upset nobody. DeMarcus Lawrence is owed that. He put in his tenure with the Cowboys. I appreciate him for his time. Do I think he should have did that? No. But that's him trying to give himself over to the market over there in Seattle. And I get that. And it's just crazy that people take his words out of context. He didn't say, I can't win with the Cowboys the Super Bowl. He says, I'm not going to win there. You can't win with a team that you don't play for. So that's not a false statement. Some people are taking that statement and not learning how to comprehend what he's actually saying. I'm not going to win there. I know that. Because he can't. It's a factual statement. He is not saying Dallas Cowboys can't win the Super Bowl. I'm not going to win with them. No, he says, I'm not going to win there, which is perfectly fine because his feet aren't planted there anymore. But then the comment from Micah comes. It says, this is rejection looks like, and envy looks like. This some clown-ish. Like I said, Micah definitely took it personal. Yeah, I'm not for DeMarcus Lawrence. When he was with the team, I support him. He's no longer with the team. This will probably be the last time I mention his name unless we play Seattle and he stands out. But at the end of the day, after this video, I'm not going to be mentioning DeMarcus Lawrence because he's not a part of the Cowboys no more. So therefore, he's going to be out of my support system. My support goes for the Cowboy players. I support them. So therefore, I will stand behind Micah, even though I don't agree with what he did. But I also don't agree with what DeMarcus did. Both of them can be wrong at the same time, and it'd be okay. I understand. This is a competitive sport. They're going to have emotions. And like I've said, there's been instances that have came out. We have heard stories. Let me get my waffle. We have heard the stories that there was an issue of some type that happened between DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons in the locker room, whether it's over a power struggle, whether it's over DeMarcus being tired and essentially saying that he's given up for the Cowboys, because that's what you mean. If you're tired, that means you gave up at the end of the day because it was too much for you. Hey, that's fine. Hopefully he goes and has a great career there. And at the end of the day, we weren't winning with him anyways. But after Micah Parsons makes that comment, DeMarcus Lawrence has another comment. Let me pull it up. He comments, he claps back. He claps back at Micah. So let me pull it up. And we will see it. Calling me a clown. First thing, Micah didn't call him a clown. He said what he did was some clown shit. He didn't say, yo, you're a clown, DeMarcus. That wasn't his words. But besides the point, calling me a clown won't change the fact that I told the truth. And yes, he did tell the truth. He can't win with the Cowboys because he don't play there. Period. Whether you like him, love him, hate him, it don't matter. It says, maybe if you spent less time tweeting and more time winning, I wouldn't have left. Well, let's break that down. What do you mean, DeMarcus? Because you were on the team with him. You also weren't winning. So two things can be true at the same time. And the I wouldn't have left? No. You wouldn't have left had the Cowboys actually sent you an offer. He said in that interview, the next interview you get of DeMarcus Lawrence, there was never an offer on the table from the Cowboys. When he went in the room, there was no offer from the Cowboys. The Eagles are too. But at the end of the day, this is just drama that is not necessary. I don't support it on either side for Micah or for DeMarcus, because this isn't the type of stuff. I like the dog that Micah's showing and the fight that Micah's showing. Yes. But I don't think this is needed. I think this is a distraction. I think let's focus on the people that are in the building. Let's focus on those people. We don't need to be out here doing this. And at the end of the day, DeMarcus, you talking about you shouldn't have been out there tweeting. Boy, there was many years in your earlier career where we were telling you to stop talking and just play because you were talking too much, DeMarcus. So that goes both ways, brother. And like I said, hopefully you don't get tired when Seattle needs you the most. Now we're going to move on. That's ish is over. I'm done talking about it. Now let's get into it. What up, T-Dog? What it do? Yeah, Seabass and Tyler, what up, brother? I deleted somehow. I made a new one. Hey, I appreciate you, brother, man. Make sure everybody that has not already, tap that like button and tap that sub button, my friend, and come back as soon as we get more. So I'm going to be done with the DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons spat. What I do want to get into, all right, so the players the Cowboys lost so far in this free agency are Chuma Edoga, left tackle or swing tackle, depending on how, Chauncey Golston, who's a DN that also plays inside and outside, Jordan Lewis, cornerback, play mostly in the slot, one of the top graded slot corners. That one, to me, is the biggest one that hurts. The rest of them, I'm not a big care on. You have, obviously, DeMarcus Lawrence, who we just talked about, as a defensive end. You have Rico Dowdle, the running back. And then you have Zach Martin, who retired. Now, Rico Dowdle We back now, I think. We back. What, if you don't want that video, click back. There. We back. Everything good? We good? Everything? Y'all hear me just fine right now? Hopefully everybody can hear me just fine. It looks like my camera is down. We back up now. All right. Put a Y in the chat if everything's good. Put an N if it ain't. 2018. Yeah, now they're worth like almost 11 million. All right. Well, hopefully everybody can hear me. So with the Rico Dowdle situation, you can't hear me on Twitch? You can hear me now? All right. All right, cool. So with the Rico Dowdle, like I said, I think that he overplayed his hand. I think Rico Dowdle thought his market was higher, and I think the Cowboys also thought his market was higher because Rico Dowdle turned down the offer that the Cowboys gave him, seeking a bigger offer. And then at that point, the Cowboys turned around and like almost immediately signed Javonte Williams. Now, could the Cowboys have just waited a little longer? Rico Dowdle was about to figure out that his market was no higher than Javonte. So, Rico signed for the Panthers at like 3.3 million a year or 3.5 million a year, when the Cowboys could have easily just kept him over Javonte Williams. That's the mistake this year in this free agency that I think the Cowboys made. I think the Cowboys made the mistake of jumping the gun in signing Javonte Williams after Rico turned down their offer. Had they just let him find out what his market actually was, they probably could have got him for the 3.5 million, because that's what he signed for at the Panthers. And that's about what they signed Javonte Williams for. So we could have easily just had a better running back than Javonte Williams still on the roster. So there's the mistake so far this offseason I feel the Cowboys have made. Those are all the Cowboy players that we have lost this far throughout the he went to the Panthers. Rico is the running back over there at the Panthers. So those are the players the Cowboys lost. These are the free agents that the Cowboys have retained. We had lost 5 players. We lost 6 players. 5 of them were to free agency. 1 was to retirement. And then the players that we gained, I believe there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We re-signed 11 players, 1 being Osa Odigizua, 2, Brock Hoffman, Trent Sieg, the long snapper, Cavante Turpin, league's fastest man / best kickoff returner, CJ Godwin, which is a special teams specialist, even though he's getting a little bit older. I think he's like 32 years old at this point, but he's still a top player when it comes to special teams. Then we got Brandon Agner, the kicker. We kept Marquise Bell, a DB. We kept Israel Mukwamu, a DB. We kept Dakota Shipley. We kept Wanye Thomas, a DB. And we kept Tyrus Wheat, defensive end. Those are the players the Cowboys re-signed. And then we got the players that the Cowboys went after and got. These are the free agents that the Cowboys brought into the organization. We went first and we got Javonte Williams, a running back from the Broncos. He is a little bit of a power back. He's had some injury issues, but he was decent. He was nothing spectacular. He's more of like a ground and pound, get your 3 yards and But that didn't just mess up my whole life. Y'all hear me all right? My phone's ringing. I may have to go. My work is calling me. But so we pick up Rob Jones. He's a swing guard. You can play him at right guard or left guard. So he's kind of more of a backup rotational player. And then we picked up, I don't want to get to the next two. We picked up Jack Sanborn, linebacker from the Bears. Now the Bears liked him, and from what I'm understanding, he was a defensive linebacker that was smart, had a good head on his shoulders, was ranked, I think, 33rd or 32nd in sacks at linebacker position. He's good at playing downhill. The run game, he's good. Some people say he has some coverage issues. If you go watch the tape and look at PFF, I don't really see that as well. Hopefully my video is good. Y'all hear me? My video's froze on my phone. Let me see. All right, sorry about that, guys. My phone rang and got me all messed up. I'm going to have to probably be getting off here shortly because my work is calling me and I am on call. But we will be back later for sure. I don't know what that call is yet. I'm going to have to answer it here soon. So we picked up Jack Sanborn, a good sacking linebacker. He was ranked 33 overall at linebacker at sacking the quarterbacks. Also plays the run very well and is okay in pass pro, but does play better downhill, what I wrote. And we got Kenneth Murray. This was a trade to the Titans. He was a past first-round draft pick. He's got good visions. He's a good run stopper ability. He also can play some in pass coverage. I think there was a lot of hate on him, though, coming out. Then we got Kiar Elam, the cornerback, who was also a first-round pick that we traded for. Like I said, he's been playing in zone coverage throughout the different coaching change. And then I think he's more of a man-to-man player. What up, Can't Run? What up, Carnage? I know I miss saying what's up to you, Carnage, but I just want to get it in there. And then we picked DT Solomon Thomas, also first-round draft pick a few years ago from the 49ers, and then he went to the Jets, and we got him from the Jets free agency. We got defensive end Peyton Turner, who was also a first-round draft pick. He hasn't quite lived up to it. I can say the same about Solomon Thomas. They have been very productive players in the NFL. Peyton Turner's kind of dealt with injury a lot, but if he could stay on the field, he plays good. And then the Cowboys went and got Miles Sanders this morning. He was good in the Eagles, averaged around 5.0 yards. What up, Billy? He averaged about 5 yards a carry. Went to the Panthers about 2 years ago, and he was only averaging about 3.8. So he played really well when he was with the Eagles. Didn't play so well with the Panthers, but at the same time, that's the Panthers we're talking about. So we did pick up Miles Sanders. I think that helps us not have to be so making sure we get a running back in the first or second round. I think we easily could still pick up one or two running backs in the draft, but it might not have to be day one. And then later today, earlier today, we picked up Dante Fowler. We all know that 10-sack Dante Fowler is a very good player. He's going to come in here and do good things for us, as we had him not last year, but the year before. He was on the Cowboys. So we brought him back into the building, and I think he's going to be very, very productive for us. So those are the players that we lost, that we retained, and that we added to our team. I think the Cowboys are filling in the bottom half of their roster, and now they're starting to fill some other pieces. I think as you look at the team today, they were better than the Cowboys last year. The Cowboys right now are already better than they were last year. The only piece that I could say that we're not as good at is maybe the slot corner. But we'll have to figure out how it goes and how it works, because that's definitely a position that we may have to draft. There's a decent amount of corners in the draft and DBs in the draft, so we'll have to see. It's just hard depending on the draft for key players, and I'm glad that the Cowboys have now gone out and actually got the players that they needed to. All right, so we're going quick. I'm going to try to have a couple conversations with a couple of y'all because I'm going to have to get off of here. I'm going to have to end it early as my work called me, and I only got so long till I have to call them back to see what's going on. But, yo, what's up, Messi? What's up, Nathan? Billy? Little win. I was down the drag strip. Talking about drag racing. We may have to go, guys. Just so you know. You hear me, Addie? What? You hear me? What? And we may have to go. But what y'all getting into? Hopefully y'all had a good week. Hopefully y'all having a good Friday. I thought it was about to start off the weekend on fire. I thought we were about to have a hell of a weekend, and then that call came in. So who knows what that call is, because I'm going to have to call him back and figure it out. But walk. Wait, Mello. I got to get toys out of there. There you go. All right. Cup to Seattle. I heard that there was rumors about that. I hadn't happened yet, but there we go. Seattle getting Cup. I heard Dexter Lawrence went to Seattle too. Someone commented that to me about Dexter Lawrence going to Seattle. Did Dexter Lawrence leave the Giants? I couldn't see the Giants getting rid of Dexter Lawrence. That's hard for me to see. Chiefs getting strong again. I hear you. Like I said, the Cowboys are definitely better today than they were last year. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. And hopefully we can build in the draft. I still want the Cowboys to get a receiver. But at the end of the day, it's looking like we got options between Tyler Lockett, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, and Tyler Lockett, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, and Stephon Diggs. Oh, I hadn't heard that he actually got signed, but I did hear that was something that was likely to happen. But, yo, like I said, I'm going to have to get off of here, unfortunately. I was hoping to be able to give you guys some more time after I got through the talking points, but unfortunately, it's part of being on call is when the job calls, I've got to get back to them. So hopefully y'all have a blessed day. I'm going to try to get back as soon as I can. So hopefully we'll be on time for the 8 o'clock stream. But y'all, man, I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all make everything great on purpose. I'm Ryals, and we about to be out. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.